Welcome again to another episode. Today, we'll be yabbering about the Miami Heat, get to our dog of the day, and some Super Bowl talk. So, let's start off with our favorite basketball team, the Miami Heat. They're coming off a loss to the Clippers on Sunday, 103 to 95. They made a good effort at the end to come back, but it was a little too late. And James Harden with those stupid step back threes, then he gets fouled because Haywood Highsmith closes out recklessly. Just took the fourth quarter away from us, took it out of our control. The Clippers are 26-5 since December 1st. And the Heat didn't play bad against them. I mean, what a turnaround from the Clippers. They had traded for James Harden. He stunk up the place his first couple games. Now they have everything clicking since the magical month of December. They have everything clicking. Kawhi, Paul George, James Harden, Russell Westbrook coming off the bench being a great six-man. Might be six-man of the year. Could be. He's in the consideration for sure. But let's get back to the Heat. Everyone except Duncan Robinson is scheduled to play today against the Orlando Magic. The last time we played the Magic, we got smoked in Orlando. No one showed up off the bench. Jimmy and Tyler were sleeping on the court. They were just snoozing. Bam had 22, though. He did great. Last year, Jimmy averaged 30 points against the Orlando Magic. Yet he had 15 the last meeting. This game right here, I'm expecting a big game from Jimmy Buckets. The Magic are on a 3-game heater, defeating the Pistons on Sunday, and they won us our dog of the day on Saturday, I believe. They won us our dog of the day on Saturday, no, on Friday, whenever it was, against the Timberwolves, which was a great victory for us and a great victory for them. They were 8-point dogs. They won. But I got the Heat winning this game, especially if their bench can show up and Jimmy shows up. Bam. Grab boards. Do your thing. Just don't make airheaded plays. Tyler, I could care less. You have a headache. You are a headache. And actually a very important game with the Magic leading the Southeast Division by 1. Let's go Heat. Now let's get to our dog of the day. You thought we were done talking about the glorious Miami Heat. No. There's no dog of the day that I like. So today, we're going to pick two teams. And if they both win, our dog of the day wins. So you take both teams, I'll make it basically an underdog pick. So our first part is the Miami Heat to win. I already told you I'm guaranteeing a Miami Heat victory, so why not go along with it with our dog of the day? I'm sold on Jimmy Butler having a great night tonight. We can't afford to go on a back-to-back losing streak. 2 games. That will just cancel out our latest 2 wins against the Kings and the Wizards after our 6-game losing streak. So what's the point? And on the schedule, we have the Spurs, the Bucks, the Celtics, and the 76ers all in our next 4. This game is a game we can win, and we need to win, especially with a tough schedule coming up. Next, we got South Carolina to defeat Ole Miss. South Carolina, my goodness, is on an absolute heater. We keep talking about teams that are on absolute heaters this episode. They won 5 straight against great teams: Arkansas, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky. All great SEC teams. Ole Miss is coming off of blowing an 11-point lead on Saturday. They had an 11-point lead at halftime against Auburn, who's a great team. But Ole Miss was at home. And Ole Miss has been shaky on the road, but been great at home. Ole Miss is on the road today against South Carolina. So, they can't get it done at home. And South Carolina can get it done on the road at home against top 5 teams. So you know who we're taking today? South Carolina. And then add the Miami Heat. And you got your dog of the day. South Carolina will extend their win streak to 6 today. Now, our Super Bowl segment of the day. The 49ers versus the Chiefs is a matchup when you look at it on paper, and the first thing you think of is offense. Mahomes, McCaffrey, Kelsey, Kittle, Ayuk, and whoever else you can think of. But both of these teams have great defenses that got them there. So I'm going to give you my defensive impact players that I'm expecting to have the most impact this game. Players that will have their fingerprints all over the game. And will give the opposing team issues. The first one from the Chiefs. It's a pretty basic one. He'll be one of the 2 best defensive players in that stadium, Chris Jones. the 49ers love the middle of the field. They love throwing to the middle. It's that 49ers offense. Mike McDaniel, Kyle Shanahan, they all do it. They love the middle of the field. And you know what disrupts? You know what disrupts that pass game the most? Some good pressure. Some good pressure right up the middle from a defensive tackle like Chris Jones, who is the best at creating pressure. The absolute best at creating pressure up the middle, especially on a younger quarterback like Brock Purdy. And that defensive tackle pressure from up the middle disrupts that passing game over the middle. I'm a Dolphins fan. Believe me, we know about the passing game over the middle and what works and what doesn't. So Chris Jones, I think, will have the biggest impact on the field defensively for the Chiefs. Now for the 49ers. You think Chase Young, Nick Bosa, Armstead. I'm thinking Dre Greenlaw. He is an absolute menace. He's good at being where he needs to be. He had those 2 picks against the Packers, one to close out the game. It was anticipation. Great anticipation. Great knowing where you need to be. What's happening on the field. And what does Mahomes love to do? He loves to run around and fling the ball. And if Dre Greenlaw can use his anticipation, speed to his ability, he could be flying all over the field, disrupting the Chiefs' offense. And maybe come away with a pick. Lastly, the Marlins have yet to sign anybody. But it was a short episode. Good talking to you. We'll be here tomorrow for some more talk, some more sports. Not a lot of sports on today, not a lot of talk. We want to save Super Bowl talk for later in the week. Especially on Thursday or Friday, we'll have our big Super Bowl episode. Thank you for being with us.